Hello everyone, I'm Navya and welcome to another interview at Talks with TEC. I am with my friend Ekta and Gibran. Your story begins when you start to dream. Develop a vision and it all starts with an idea. No matter how big or small, fancy or basic, difficult or easy, your dreams may sound they are worth. Here's an inspiration story of a man who didn't stop chasing his dreams. His aim to become India's most prominent chef involved times which weren't favorable. But with his hard work and belief in himself, today Sanjot Keer is not just a chef, but amongst those under 30 influential people of India who have a huge net worth. He got featured in Forbes India's Tycoon of Tomorrow 2018 and also was a food producer in TV competitive cooking show MasterChef Season 4, aired on Star Plus. Sanjot Keer, the man behind Your Food Lab cooking channel, is a well-known celebrity chef of India. Known for his legacy in cooking, he is loved by people for the smile and happiness he brings through his recipes. So here it goes, the one and only Sanjot Keer.
Thank you. I'm not used to so much of praises or listing down of things. First of all, hi everybody whoever's watching this right now. Um, Moreover, I think if I have achieved anything, it's the love from so many people. And like you rightly said, I love to spread smiles, and that is why I make my content. And through many stories which come back to me from viewers, I do understand that how my videos, touch lives in different ways around the globe. So that is what I think is some kind of achievement rather listing down some accolades or awards. That is something I don't really look up to. So but thank you so much that for your kind introduction. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you, sir. So, before starting with the main session, we have this small activity for you, which actually
Right.
boost up your energy and which will provide positivity to everyone, and hope it does to you as well. So, I will count till three, and you have to
All
laugh
right.
from your belly twice.
Okay.
We'll do it twice,
it's
okay?
it's a really it's a really difficult task for me. I laugh very little. Like, I don't know, I can laugh if you joke right now, but I'll try my level best. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll count till three. You have to laugh as
Sure.
loud as you
I'll try.
can.
Okay. I
Okay.
just should not look like a fool.
No, no, no.
All right.
It's just for fun and to like for just positivity we are doing it. So you'll be great, sir. Just don't be conscious. Okay, so
All right.
one, two, three.
This is so funny. I'm doing this for the first time that someone's just telling me to laugh.
Okay,
Chalo.
then second time. One,
Okay, I have to laugh again.
yeah.
All right.
One, two, three.
This who
Okay.
came who came up with this idea?
Who Ekta di? Ekta came with this
Whose
idea.
idea is it? All right. Okay.
So how are you feeling
Chalo.
right now?
I'm feeling good always. In fact, today has not been such a great day. I've not worked that much today, and things have not been really productive. So I'm just looking forward to just end the day with a good note. So a couple of meetings and this interview lined up with you. So looking forward to some kind of positivity in the end of the day. Yeah,
Thank you so much, sir. So, before any further news, let's get started with our first question.
done.
So,
Shoot.
okay, from tandoori momos to peri peri recipes, we all have heard of your food lab. What is the story
Yeah.
behind it and how it all started?
So the story behind your food lab, actually, it's not a story behind YFL. Actually, it's just a story for a young boy who wanted to always cook some good food. So it started with a young boy having this small want to cook food in the kitchen and serve it to his family and friends and just get that small bit of appreciation from people. I used to look at my mom cooking amazing food in my home kitchen, and whenever she served it to my family, everybody had smiles on their faces. And as a kid, that was like a superpower to me. And I used to always think that how can I have this superpower? A superpower to make people smile. And yeah, I was about 12 years old is when I remember I cooked my first meal. I served it to my family. They had smiles on their faces. And as a kid, I realized that, चलो ये superpower मेरी हो सकती है, हो गई है. And then I continued cooking, and that journey started of cooking food, learning food. जहाँ भी देखो, streets पे देखो, घर में देखो, and just keep learning a lot of cooking and cook amazing foods, feed it to people, and slowly and steadily got into culinary arts, different things, and YFL just started. I don't think so. I planned it enough. It just started as a medium for me to stay in touch with food because I was not getting a lot of time with food. And God was kind enough, and the people were kind enough to appreciate my work in the really early stages of my first releases of content on Facebook. And yeah, and the journey continues for the last 4.5 years. You guys have been seeing my content and what I've been doing, and this story is like in front of everybody. Yeah, so I think the story just starts with that small boy wanting to cook. That's it.
That's brilliant and amazing. I'm sure this is so inspiring, sir. And as you have rightly said, that not just you were behind food, you wanted a superpower so that people will smile. It started with
Yeah,
that and now it ended over here. Amazing, sir. Brilliant. Okay, so, sir, there are books and people who say that ideas can come anytime from anywhere. When you shared
right.
your first video on Facebook of pizza dosa, the response from the audience was jaw dropping and mind blowing. Within a day, you got a viewership of 10K. How the idea of that
Yeah.
recipe came to you actually?
A lot of my cooking is things I've learned from around me. I come from a very humble from a very humble background. My family, my father has, he's a very much self-made man, and as kids we were not equipped with a lot of money, with a lot of things. And the most interesting meals with my father, I remember, used to be those small treats in the night when you used to go to have pav bhaji on the streets. Um, 30, $40 we used to spend on that meal. It was such, and that experience is something I feel today, if I want to have that experience, I cannot get the same experience today, even if I spend thousands or lakhs of rupees, because that innocence and that love what I shared at that time was something else. Not deviating from the question that how did I get that idea, so it is these experiences what teach me what to cook. So a lot of my food is learned and inspired from street food. um, when I've done such recipes, these recipes were not sold that much on streets, and these were just ideas which just popped up. In fact, pizza dosa was not the first recipe which I shot for YFL. The first recipe what I shot was a pav bhaji bruschetta, which was a Mumbai street food and an Italian fusion recipe. Um, and that was uploaded, I guess, that was the fourth or fifth recipe or the second recipe. I don't remember. Um, yeah, so these recipes were inspirations from my life as a kid, how I've spent my life on the streets of Mumbai. So a lot of my first 100 recipes were iterations, reiterations of my experience with food staying in Mumbai. And a lot of it reflects in my cooking.
Yeah, that's amazing. You said it right that you won't get that feels and emotion that you used to get back then with those 30 bucks on the streets. And in
Yeah,
fact, your no baked cheese video that was the third video on Facebook when you actually started putting up your content over there.
right.
So that also reached a lot of viewership, that recipe. that that thing also like wind
Right.
everyone's heart. That was also amazing, sir.
Right. The no bake cheesecake was watched by a lot of people. It's just about, I think I got lucky enough that I just started getting so many views initially. A lot of people don't get that. I have a lot of
Yeah.
creator friends who have found success after a year, year and a half, 2 years, and are much bigger creators than me, I suppose. So it does not actually success, how early or how late it comes, it does not determine how successful you are. I just feel that you don't give up while doing that. In that journey, you should not give up. However late that success comes, success is success. Early or late, it just pays you equally.
Exactly. Just matters is don't lose hope and just keep going. Ups and downs will be
Right.
coming. There is no field or
Yeah.
nothing like that where you can't face ups and downs. So yeah.
Right.
And your I have heard to your first ever TED talk that have released recently. So about don't kill your stupid ideas. Tell us your experience altogether of that.
So, the never kill you stupid idea concept, actually, I'd made a video on the third year of completion of YFL. And, when I was traveling in the USA in December, and I got an email from the TED guys that, we want you to come and speak on the stage. And that instance just hit me that, okay, let's talk about this thing because. Um, I think a lot of youth today is, turning inclined towards social media creation, content creation, newer things, newer ideas. And a lot of it gets very much suppressed by a lot of people around you. So no matter, it could be your parents, it could be your chacha, chachi, your bua, your friends, it could be anyone. के अरे ये क्या कर रहा है यार तू मतलब कुछ नहीं होने वाला इसका कुछ अच्छा कर. So that is always there around us, and I feel that just that one thought of uploading a video on Facebook, if that can change my life, if that small stupid idea can change my life, anybody's idea can, actually be successful. So that is the whole point of it. So I just spoke about my journey, and how I just did not give up whenever, those ups and downs hit me during this journey. The experience was amazing. I've always been a very shy person. I've always had a lot of stage fear. So speaking in front of like 2,500 people on the stage sometimes gets you to the nerves that you start trembling, you just start shivering. But one thing, one of my team members told me that भाई तो आप अपनी खुद की जर्नी बताने वाले हो तो डरने की क्या बात है मतलब. So yes, people would be feeling that it's easy to speak, but people like me also have that stage fright. We are also nervous. I was pretty damn nervous before getting onto that stage. Yeah, I had 3 sleepless nights, to be really frank about it.
Yeah, it's very natural. It happens even if when we go on to like in schools to take some assemblies or to have some
Right.
conversation with small children also we get some shivers. So yeah, anyways, your TED talk was amazing and a very big congratulations to you for that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, sir. Also, you started your Lab Food Junior with your 5-year-old nephew. So, how did the idea
Yeah.
came and who is the master there, you or your nephew?
So the master definitely is Ian, and he's grown up around me. He's my sister's son, and he's the first child in our family. And so everyone has a very sweet spot for him in everyone like our hearts. And he's been a really loved and pampered child. So whenever he used to come to my house, my studio is in my house, and he's grown up playing around me cooking and shooting. So what used to happen is I used to shoot, and just in front of me there was a table, and he used to replicate what I was doing while shooting. So he used to take clay and make burgers, make pizzas, take my plates and plate on it. And this was when he was like 1.5, 2 years. And that used to just blow my mind that, just a young kid of 1.5 years is just plating things. And uh, and slowly and steadily he had that fond of cooking. He was just 2 years old when he used to scramble eggs and cook with me. When he used to add his own seasonings into the egg. And that is when I realized that, this kid has some inclination towards cooking. And when he was 4, I just asked him that, Yanu, shoot karega mamu ke saath. So bolta, yes, I want to shoot. And we did a trial. And the trial surprisingly became the pilot for the series. And that was the first episode. We actually aired the trial itself as the first episode. And we did 8 episodes. It was a Facebook exclusive property. Facebook launched it on their platform, and we got like millions of views on on those videos. And Ian was like a quick viral hit on Facebook. And yeah, he's developed since that. He's grown. He's 8 years old now, and yeah, I his second series yet to come, but I think I'll shoot with him really soon. Yeah, but on the sets, he's the senior, I'm the junior, surely, and that is what he said always. Yeah.
Oh, that's so amazing. Like we always say, like whatever kids or small children see their elders doing, they always get attracted to that, and they just
Yeah.
do that. So is he still interested
Right.
in cooking? Does he cook at home?
He is, but rather I think he's more interesting in eating now. He's a big time foodie, but he enjoys doing all of these things. He's really creative. He's a very good speaker. He's a much better speaker than me. He speaks in front of an audience of 2, 4, 5,000 people, and he's like damn good. I'm not even like 10% of him as a speaker. So that is something I feel as like, he's developed that skill really well. He grasped things really fast. And I think that early exposure of shooting with him at the age of 4 has actually, given him that foundation, that confidence in front of the camera and in front of so many people. So I feel we should always encourage young people to, do whatever they want to do and not suppress that.
Exactly.
And moreover, I did not do YFL Junior as a viral content piece, but it was more like something he wanted to do. I asked him, he said yes, and he did it and used to enjoy it. He used to control everybody. So before the scene used to start, he used to say lights, camera, and then he used to say action. And as soon as he was done, he would say cut. So and he still does that. We are recording something with him. Now I was just shooting something with him like last week, and he just gave a one take of like about 15 minutes and said cut, and he was done. He's like walked off the set that I'm done. I know I've not done any mistakes.
Oh,
So early exposure does give a lot of confidence, builds up a lot of
yeah.
confidence in young chaps. That's really important. Yeah.
Yeah, just at the age of like 1.5 years, you just told us you used to make burgers and pizzas with clay, and he used to see you and
Yeah.
do it. So yeah, the confidence
Yeah.
that he have now, what I'm hearing from you, it's amazing. Okay, then let's move on to the last question. So
Right.
there are many youngsters who aspire to become a chef, but they don't know what way to go. So what message do you have for them?
So this is a question that is asked a lot. A lot of people ask me the same question to be like, a lot of people aspire to become a social media creator, a content creator. What I feel is there's no perfect recipe to follow to be a good chef, be a good content creator. I think uh, you can just look up to a lot of people who have been successful and use those decisions as guides to, shape your career, shape your path. If tomorrow someone comes and tells me that I'm really passionate and you tell me how do I become a good chef, I cannot tell that person how to be a good chef because that is something really personal to that person himself or herself. For me, if you tell me how did I become a good chef or a known chef, I still don't believe that I'm a really good chef. I am still learning. I learn every day. I'm researching a lot. I'm watching a lot of videos. I'm asking a lot of people, how do you do this? How do you do that? If I eat something really good, I just go crazy for like 15 days thinking about how this was cooked. And I try to replicate it in my kitchen, try to give it my personality, and that journey continues. So there is no perfect recipe for someone to become successful or someone to be someone. A person has to grow and develop their skills. A person has to grow within to become successful. And I believe a lot of hard work goes into that. A lot of sleepless nights maybe will go into that. A lot of pull downs by a lot of people around will go into that. So this is all the recipe that goes into someone's success. So there is no perfect way path. I cannot guide someone to be like कि चलो ये इंटरव्यू के बाद तुम बहुत बड़े शेफ बन जाओगे, वो मैं नहीं कर सकता हूँ. And I don't want to give someone those false hopes. Yes, if you are doing formal education, pay a lot of attention in culinary school. That will help you a lot. Do a lot of research. So what you are learning in school is not enough. So you read a lot of books, see a lot of videos. Today's kids are very well equipped with a lot of knowledge just with this small device, which is your smartphone. And we as kids did not have that. So if I wanted to learn something in school, I would have had to go to the library, take books, and that is really boring, right? But now content creators like me have made education so simple. Like if you want to see how to make something, how to cook, you can just watch a IFL video and hundreds and thousands of such videos to learn. So there's a lot of study material out there. So you have to research every day, learn every day, keep learning always. And that want of learning and the want of doing something and that craving of doing something will make you successful. And I did not have any plan to be successful. I just wanted to cook good food, create good and great content, and I've been doing that. And today also when I look back at my videos, I just say how can I make better videos tomorrow? And that is the journey that is going to be until I'm creating content. So if you say I'm going to create content for 5 more years, I'm just going to everyday think that tomorrow how my video looks better, how can I cook something better tomorrow, how can I just grow as a person, and how can I grow as a personality in my content. So that is the success recipe that you have to just keep growing. Other than that, it's just pure hard work and pure innocence towards what you do. And it's zero glamour, zero fame, zero, uh, you know, uh, not zero money. Money plays a very big role because I would be stupid to say that, कि पैसा तो क्या है, पैसा ठीक है आएगा, काम अच्छा करोगे तो पैसा आएगा, ऐसा नहीं होता है. You have to work, but then also you have to look at things that how is this work going to pay you in the longer run. So you don't start thinking about it in the first phase because that used to happen with me. When I had a lakh followers on Your Food Lab, people used to come and ask me, how are you going to earn? And I had no answers. But then I just knew that, when about a crore people every month is going to watch my videos, there are going to be people coming to me and paying me money to advertise their products. So you have to know at some stage how you will earn. You cannot just do it as a hobby, but you have to you have to not lose that essence of working really hard for what you want to do versus for the money. So don't work for the money, but make sure that that money will come someday. So money is really important, but it's not the essence of your hard work. Your hard work should be driven towards your work and not money. Money will follow if you are working really hard. So that is really important. So money is important, but it is not important in the recipe for success. So that is something which I truly believe.
Yes, it yes, you said it very well, and things has to come from within. You can't just look at successful people and you say that, yeah, you can say I want to be him, but until and unless those things and those values won't come from within, then I don't think that anything can happen.
पर वो विदिन से आना बहुत डिफिकल्ट है, वो आसानी से आता नहीं है, तो
एग्जैक्टली।
वो आता है 2-3 दिन में चले जाता है, सो
वो जोश रहता है थोड़े दिन का और फिर
वो अगर जोश नहीं जाए, एंड इफ दैट कंटिन्यूज, you are going to be successful. So that is really, that is what actually matters in the end. So you should not let that fire die. Keep just,
exactly.
giving it more oxygen to just be alive. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you so much, and I really hope, and of course, you will inspire a lot of youngsters out there. And so here comes the end of our main session, and let's go on to our rapid fire questions. So we'll start with some very light questions. We are gonna ask very light and something about you and what you like and what you dislike. So
ठीक है.
shall I start? Can you hear me?
Sure, sure. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So my first question goes like this. The dish which you never get tired of cooking.
There are a few: pav bhaji, butter chicken, chili chicken, chicken manchow soup, everything very desi.
Okay, then what type of food you love to relish?
I love home cooked Indian food. I love desi Chinese food. These are two things, and everything that's sold on the streets.
Yeah. Then your funniest incident in the kitchen.
Funniest incident. Um, Never been really funny, I think. There would be tragic incidents like a full kadai of oil spilling on me, um, my hand burning in the oven at 300 degrees Celsius, or things like that have happened. But funny, I don't know. I don't remember any funny
Then you can
incidents.
tell us the tragic
Shakkar or
one.
Shakkar or namak ka, I've never, I've never. A lot of chefs always have done that. That they have put in sugar instead of salt and salt instead of sugar. That's fortunately not happened with me. But tragic, yes, I was shooting for a brand, and there was some spluttering going on in the kadai, and I was frying puris. So I lifted up the kadai, wanted to keep it somewhere else because the camera was getting spoiled, and it just spluttered on me, and I left it, and like there was whole boiling oil on all of my arm. But miraculously, there were zero burns the next day, no marks, nothing. So by God's grace,
Yeah,
कुछ
that's
नहीं
good.
हुआ.
Then what are your hobbies other than cooking? What do you love to do in your free time other than cooking?
Free time other than cooking, I love to listen to music. I love to watch a lot of content, mostly food,
Okay.
on Netflix. Um, yeah, otherwise, a lot of people ask me, what do you do to de-stress? I cook to de-stress. So usually I'm cooking on in front of the camera the whole day. So if I want to de-stress, I cook without the camera. So that's the most amazing experience when I can actually cook and then can serve it to someone and that person can relish. Because the shoot process is a really long lethargic process. तो
Exactly.
मैं डिस्ट्रेस होने के लिए भी खाना बनाता हूँ, और कभी कभी खाना बनाते बनाते भी स्ट्रेसफुल हो जाता हूँ, तो दैट इज, इट्स वियर्ड टू एक्सप्लेन बट या दैट्स ट्रू.
No, yeah, it's very obvious and understandable that your basic main concept started with giving food to someone and they should smile. So yeah, that thing can be
Right.
very distressful, and then the stressful can be like a camera thing, as you said.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, we came to the end of our interview, and at the end, I would like you to just tell our viewers if you have any message for them, like what you would like to tell our viewers.
So a lot of young people are watching right now, and I just want to tell you guys that enjoy your time. This is a time to enjoy, but it's also the right time to think about what do you want to do. I know ideas just don't pop up, but whenever you get an idea, keep working on it wholeheartedly. Give it a lot of fuel, give it a lot of strength, and don't listen to people. Do whatever you want to do, and do whatever it takes, and never kill that stupid idea if you get any. So that is my, that is my piece of advice I would like to give you. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. I we wish you on behalf of all talks with tech a very
Thank you.
colorful future and all the best for everything, whatever you do in life. May you achieve
Thank you so
heights.
much.
And let's get
Thank you so much.
let's get on to we have an activity, then we'll wind it up. So text or call any of your fan or any friend of yours or anyone, and you have to tell them you miss them, and you want to tell them how amazing they are, and all positive stuff.
Okay. Um, so I'm going to text one of my friends, my best friends, who was in Australia for the last 5 years and just got back to India a month back because of the COVID situation, and he's in his hometown right now. I'm just wanting to meet him, so I'm just going to text him. All right. So okay, I'll just send him a voice note so whenever he's free, he can just
Yeah.
watch. He's going to be married in December, so I'm just going to send him a voice. What's up, bro? शेट्टी क्या हाल है? बहुत याद आ रही है तेरी, बहुत टाइम हो गया मिलके. We just you just have to come to Mumbai, and we're going to sit on the deck outside YFL studio, and we're going to have an amazing time. Going to cook some good pizzas in the wood-fired oven and have an amazing time. You are an amazing person. I miss you like anything. Love you, bro. Take care and hope you're doing good. चलो चला गया. My friend's name is Jay Shetty. He's a chef. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Nice message. Thank you for the activity.